Hi guys, in this video I'll be showcasing how you can integrate Google Places Autocomplete feature inside your React Native application. So this video will be the part 3 of my Geoverse series where I'll be exclusively explaining geolocation features which you can integrate in your MVP applications, right? So let's get into it. Now I'm going to go to this particular page where we can integrate Google React Native Google Places autocomplete. So in order to get this working, the first thing you have to do is you have to have a API key, and then in there you have to enable Google API web service, and it should not be Android or iOS. So let's get into it. Now in the previous videos I have extensively showed this particular dashboard. Now I'm going to go here, and then I'm going to also have I'm just going to tap on none here. Okay, go here, and then I'm going to add what directions, sorry, not directions, places API. Okay, tap on this, save. I have done that. Now what I can do is I can go here, and then in this part I'm going to copy this, and then I'm going to add this particular library to my application. The second one I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, and then I'm going to go here, paste it here, and then I'm going to simply use it here. I'll scroll down, and then you can see what I'm going to do. I'm going to go here, and then I'm going to place it here. For the initial purposes, I'm going to use view, and then inside this view I'm going to use style, position is to absolute, and then top is to 20, and then yeah, that's it. So once I do that, above this I can simply use something like view, style, justify, content center, and then align item center to center the input field. Okay, so once I do that, let's go back. Let's see here. Sorry, in the iOS side shows what is showing. Crypto.get random values is not found. Okay, so I'm just going to go to this side, tap on this, and then copy this. Okay, so I'm going to copy this, place it here. Okay, once I do that, let's reload this. Okay, reload this and see what is happening. Okay, it's showing crypto.get random values not found. So what we can do is, let's go here. Now I'll show you how you can debug these errors, right? Go here, go to issues. So what is it? What okay, you can see bug crypto.get run not supported. Let's tap on that. Now if I scroll down, this guy is saying for others who come here, don't no need to okay, and got this around by installing and simply doing this. Okay, so I'm going to copy this, and then I'm going to go here, and then I'm going to paste it here. So this is how you debug. This is how you get your issues fixed. Okay, so for that particular library, always go to issues. Definitely the other community member would have gotten the same error like what I'm getting now. Same way, use this import at the top. Okay, so this is a live feature implementation as well as bug fixing. So I'm going to go here, native module not found. So native module export runtime. Okay. Oh, okay. So I think yeah. Okay, I have downgraded to okay. What is happening? I'll tell you what is happening here. Right. I'm going to copy this, and okay, let's copy this and then search this one. What has happened is this particular library uses something uses the crypto library from Expo modules. We are not using Expo here. We are using bare React Native project. Okay. So what is happening? It's showing this particular thing is not found, or the native model is not found. So the Google Auto Place Complete will not work. This gentleman is saying to use this particular one. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to replace this here, and then I'm going to do one more thing. I'm going to go here, copy this, and then I'm just going to use npmi React Native Autocomplete 2.5.6, and then I'm going to what I would say like no, let's don't save. Okay. Okay, you can see it automatically work. Right. So as this gentleman said, it is working, and then we remove the like all these things. Hope this problem solved for you, and it automatically worked. That's how you debug. That's how you fix the issues in production as well. Now, if I do this, okay, let's go to the code in this section. Once all those no build issues are fixed, we have this autocomplete here, but we should use z index, which I forgot. So you should use z index, and once you use the z index, it's something at the top, but it's not visible properly. So what you can do, you can still use 50. Okay, and then one more you can do is styles. Tap on this styles, and then I think what we can do with okay. So for this, for styling this, what you can do, you can go to the same code. Okay, here, and then current location debounce. You can see I told some concept like debounce, right? So we'll also discuss that. But styles, we need to first style it. Okay, so styles. See the styles section below. So I'll see the styles section below. So this is the one. So I'm going to copy this and I'm going to place it here. Okay, I will also show how you can customize this heavily. So text input. So I'm going to use width of screen width of 0.7. Okay, so that is for that, and then think we can also go here. Sorry, this text input container. Okay, you can see it's automatically working. I don't see it working for iOS, so I'm just going to do this. Flip. Okay, first let's see it from here, right? This guy is having background color gray. I don't want any gray. Okay, this is one looks good. Now in the like we can also update the separator, loader, description, text input. Okay, I'm going to change the font family. So I'm going to use this. I don't like this color, so I'm going to use black font family of normal. Okay, let's use. I like this font. I use this for all my apps. So pangram regular, and then you can see pangram regular is there. I'm going to add a border width of 0.6, border color of colors. I think. Okay, I'm just going to use what red. Okay, for see it's automatically added. Let's use 8, and then let's use height of 40, 40, 45. Once I do that, I'll go here. You can see it's there. Now what I can do, search. I think Los. Okay, Los Angeles, right? So London and all these things are there. You can see the layout shift. All these things are happening. So what I can do the same thing. Go here, paste it here. This is just input container, and then powered list view loader and all these things. Other container is flexes to 1. So for now, this view is fine. And then now I'm going to go here. You can see London, UK, right? I'm going to use what Tesla, right? Or let's just use Los Angeles. Los Okay, Los Angeles, right? This one. If I tap on it, you can see a lot of things are coming here. Okay, so what we are going to do is when the user taps on that particular thing, we are going to create a marker on the map with the coordinates that we get from here. And then once we do that, we are also going to animate the user to that point. Okay, this is going to be an add-on to this particular library. Okay, the first thing you have to do is create the API keys and then add the restrictions there. And then what you have to do is you have to, once that is done, we get the API response, get what I would say the coordinates. So where is the coordinate? Locality. So I'm going to, okay, I use this trick all the time. So you can copy whatever JSON is here if it as it's harder to read. I'm going to use const data equal to, and then I'm going to put this here. Go to this spot, and then think substrings, all these things are necessary. So I think geocode political. So I'm going to take all these things out. I need the Okay, it's not. So okay, so it's not coming out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and research in the API as well. So this is the this is okay. This one, sorry. If I go here and then if I search that right in this one, a requestable query and all these things. So if I go to the top on press near places API, list hover, Google search query, places query, fetch details, disable scroll, current location, and all these things are there. So I think let's search latitude, right? Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the types, not types, matching terms. Okay, name, offset, and geocode terms, place ID. Okay, we need. Okay, I think we should also get the reverse geoquery, right? So I'm going to go uh, search its predefined options, workplace. You can also limit it to only US. Okay, so let's do that because it's confusing. So I'm going to go here and then limit it to only to US. I will also explain how these guys are doing it, right? So in this one, component countries to US, and then chevron left, font awesome, data. So data is this. Okay, so we'll just use details. Data is here. Go here. Same way for the Android side. What? Okay, let's tap this right. So what is coming? We need the coordinates as well. The coordinates are not coming. So what we need to do? Google Place data. Google. Okay, query for the when you use current object. So what I'm going to do is Google reverse geoquery. Okay, geocode. Which APIs does this library use? So because the parameters are different for each one, there are four different query props, place details and all these things. Number four is used when near places is set to this one. So I'm going to do that. So I'm going to go here, use what? Near places API. I'm going to use this. Okay. But if I use this, I need to enable something. So if I, sorry, if I do this, when you Google geocode API, right? So I'm going to go here, go on this place, add geocode. Yeah, geocoding API, click on OK, and then click on save. It will take up to 5 minutes for the setting to take effect. Right? What will happen? The particular response will provide us the coordinates as well. That's what geocoding is. Right. So if I go back, if I go here, same way, I'm going to use a detail. Okay. Just for this one, and then let's go here. So if I tap on it, you can see lot more details are there. Okay. So okay, we will capture with this. So data dot matched strings dot. Okay, let's use this here. And then if I go back, then if I tap on it again, we see this. Okay, I think that won't work. So I'm going to go back to data dot description reference structured formatting and then types. Okay, let's use types. Okay, so I'll go back line filter reverse coding fetch details debounds current location autofill not on press predefined places render hit places are complete please. Okay, we'll just simply search go here search get coordinates right get coordinates. Some gentleman would definitely say that. Okay, so here what is saying Okay, so we have to add this, right? So we'll go here, and then you need this to fetch the details on press. So it's working like a charm, as the other people are saying. So we'll use this Google Places details query, and then we'll simply copy this, right? We'll copy this and check if it's working or not. So let's check it here. Now what we'll do, we'll go here, not here, in this side. Let's search this one. Okay, we got the lat and long. Okay, so that's how you use Stack Overflow. I'm just showing you on live on how I use it to get the functions working. Okay, that's how a developer also like people do. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go here. So I got this details.geometry.location. Okay, so I have shown you how you can get the coordinates, how you can customize the input fields, how you can use it so that it would work only with US array. So in the next two parts of this video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a marker as well as dissect this particular component on how I work for my own apps. Of like I'll go to the source code of this particular of any like what I would say open source libraries like this, and then get ideas on this and like change it to my own what I would say like needs, right? So first one is adding a marker and moving to that particular location. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use something like const like what I would say selected marker. I can give it any name. Set selected marker, and then equal to use equal to, and then you can use lat as what I think you can just simply use as latitude of okay. Let's just simply use this. Okay, and then now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use set selected marker, and then when the user taps on this, right? So this is this thing, right? So json.stringify. So I'll go here. What we can do, we can use like for testing purposes. This one is so I'm going to go here, do this, and then I can use lat. So I'm just going to go here, use this as lat, and then as lng. Okay, let's test this. Remove all these things above. Let's go back. Then in this side, yeah, some ash will nc, right? So I'll do that. So I got this values. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go here. Set selected marker will be what? Latitude of this, and then longitude will be for this. Okay, so we can remove this particular thing. These things are okay. Only okay. We'll use this here. Okay, and then now the set selected marker will be this. And then one more thing we can do is I'll go here to not repeat the code again and again. So I'm going to use tab marker equal to this tapped marker. Once I do that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add this animate function. So I'm going to use this animate of tapped marker. Okay, now I'm going to go below, and then I'm just simply going to use what places, right? So let's go to icon body, and then like we'll just use what we can do this places, right? So let's search places, and then in this side what is there? Okay, so okay, this looks okay. Place of worship. So I'm just going to download this, go to this place, just add it there. And then once I added it there, what I can do, I can like go to the bottom, take this custom marker router, right? I'll do that, and then I'll go here, and then in this side I'll use selected marker. Okay, this should only work if okay, so it's already there, but you can use this conditional operator so that only when the user taps on that it should be there. And then I can also take this one, use it here. Okay, so let's see what we can do now. I'm going to go to here, and then I'm going to search California because the other addresses are very big. So California. Okay, let's go California city. So if I tap on this, you can see it works. Okay, so that's how you get it working. And then now for the animate, what is happening? It animates to that particular region for this particular time, like 4500 milliseconds or 4.5 seconds it takes to do that. We can also customize the zoom level and then it animates to that particular latitude and longitude. That's how you use the Google Maps autocomplete to get the lat and long. And then how you use like the Stack Overflow and those solutions to get your app fine tuned to that particular solution, right? And then once the user taps on that, you can also integrate this. And then you can how you can customize all your text inputs and all these things here. If I go here, you can also this is just a demo purpose, right? You can also update the text input by taking some time, right? You can also change the font family of the what I would say, like all these things. You can also change the powered by Google. I will show you how you can do that now. Okay, so that's it for this part of the video. And the next part, I'll be showcasing how you can customize this particular source code of this particular open source library and then patch it, right? So I'm going to do command click, right, in Mac OS, and you can go into node modules, and then in this section in the node modules you can also see the images and all these things. So if I tap on this is the source code that they are using. What they are using is, as I said in the starting of this particular video, if I go here, they are using a concept called debounce, which will debounce, or what I would say, it will prevent the API call being called every time a keystroke is being done. Right. So they use debounce and all these things here. This is the custom default styles. You can see all these things are here, right? And then what they are doing when the user starts typing, okay, when the user starts typing, they use debounce and callback to call what you can see here. So they call the Google's API to get the required responses back, and then they would send it in a callback to the what I would say this on press, or like they will just first paint it on top of the components, right? As the rows that we are seeing here, and then when the user taps on this particular item, what happens is all the details which is relevant or stored in that particular row will be outputted out, right? So that's how they do it. You can also tweak this to your own needs, right? So I'm going to show you how I'm going to do that now. So if we go here, images, so powered by, right? So I'm going to simply search powered by, powered logo. Okay. Rendered power logo. I'm going to take it out, save it. You can see that is gone. That's how you do it. Now what you can do is you can patch this particular thing and then you can use it however you want. Okay, I have done this n number of times for my own libraries and my production. So this is how you move from a beginner or intermediate to a senior level. Okay, you understand what is happening beneath the surface. By simply just using it and then like changing the security, nothing is going to happen. You have to understand each and everything that is happening beneath the surface so that you can customize it however you want. I'm not saying you to go and learn low level languages, but understanding these things would help you immensely when you debug or like include more and more features here, right? So that's the principle that I use. So once that is done, you can see that is gone, and same way I can like re-add it here. I can patch it, and then I can use it in other like libraries, like other apps as well. Okay, so that's how I do it. Same way, the main important thing is the API keys, right? So this API key is literally exposed in these videos. But what I'm going to do is I'm simply going to go and delete it. Okay, same I said how you can do it for Android, iOS and all these things. For now, as this is exposed, I'm just going to go and click on delete. If I delete that, okay, I'm going to do what? This delete one. So once I do that, if I try to what I would say engage with that particular input field, it won't work. So I'm just going to do here, right? So you can see, okay, this is coming from the cached values. So I'm just going to reload it, and then it will take 5 minutes, 2 to 5 minutes for the API to work. Okay, so or the API changes to work. So after this video is uploaded, this particular API key will not work. Okay, that's how you can also save yourself from unexpected costs, or if your API key gets leaked by some bad guys, right? Yeah, so this is how you integrate all these features inside your application. So the first 3 videos are done on this particular series where integrating the Android routes, iOS routes, and then the address autocomplete. The next video, I'll focus on how you can integrate the same address autocomplete in an action sheet model. Okay, so that is a superb library where will have a nice snapping effect, and then all the keyboard handlings and all these things, and then how you can store it, etc. Once that is done, the initial React Native side of things are all are done. Then next we will focus on completely full stack like backend things with blazing fast API calls, caching with upstats for preventing API calls being sent to the backend again and again for similar routes, right? For example, if you are in the same what I would say like vicinity, for example, this is your Radha Krishna Sweets is your like what I would say like preferred restaurant, right? You order it 2 to 3 times a week. You can do two things. You can like call the API again and again and get the routes. Okay, for the same place. What would happen? Let's say you check the app for 10 to 15 times again and again, and then for 3 times you do like you order 3 times a week. So that would be 20 to 30 times a week, right? You can prevent this by simply caching the values for a single time and then reuse it again and again, because the latitude and longitude values will not change. That is static forever. Okay. So what you can do for this particular route to this particular route, you cache all the values in your Upstash or in your what I would say like you cache all the coordinates values of the paths from this particular place to this particular place, and then you can reuse it again and again. For example, let's take you call the backend. So as I said before, exposing the API keys except this particular one here is wrong. Okay, this should be exposed. There is no other way. It's like what I would say set by Google to expose it like this. But you can, what I can say, like you can restrict it in the API console. But doing this for these things are not correct. Okay, so you have to put this behind a proxy in the backend and then call that to get all the values back. Okay, you have to use proper authentication rules and all those things for the to access it from the backend. And then once you do that, let's say from this API, like this particular coordinate to that particular coordinate, you got the values once and you cache it. Okay, so let's say you get 100 coordinates values, you cache it somewhere in Redis or a new Redis store called Valkey, and then from there you whenever you get this particular, let's say you get the coordinates from these two particular things, right? Let's say there's an API route called get coordinates, right? Get path coordinates, and then you check if this particular key is there for this latitude and longitude and this one lat and long. If that is there, get that from the cache value and show. If that is not there, get it from the backend, cache it, and then send the values back. Okay, that's how caching layers work. If you are a beginner and intermediate, you wouldn't know because I didn't know, but I know each and every route of how you should cache it properly. And then for this one, as I said, there is no change in what I would say like the caching values, right? So sorry, the latitude and longitude, I guess. So there is no TTL, so there is no time to live. It's infinite. Okay, if something changes, have some checks so that let's take this particular guy moves somewhere. So you can. It's up to you how you cache your values, but this will prevent unnecessary API calls. So you will be calling the same API for 30 times per week. Okay, you multiply this by thousands and thousands of users. It will be extremely costly. But you do it for one, like let's say one user is here, one user is there. What you do? You for these three people, the same restaurant is serving. Okay, and then what you can do? You can cache those values for this particular guy and this particular restaurant. Get the cache values. So you prevent the 29 other API calls, and then you get cached values, which is instant. Okay, it's extremely fast. If you get the values hot from cache, and then you can serve it here. This prevents 29 API calls to the Google backend. Okay, it saves you cost and saves you everything. The same way you can do it for the for this one as well. Okay, so you can do the same thing for the address as well. So for example, the user types CAD, right? For the first time, you cache all, like you can cache all the values in the backend. Okay, this is with respect to the terms and conditions of Google API, but you can cache all the values in the backend, And then you can, let's say, use a type CID and use debounce that interview question concept in the search input field. Let's say you use 1500 milliseconds, and then once that thing, like the debounce finishes running, right, you can get the values from the cache and you can showcase it. Okay, that's how people save cost, or else like they would be bankrupt anytime. So that's it for this video. In the next video, which I'll be uploading, or like I need to make those videos in the next video, I'll be showcasing all these concepts. And then yeah, so this requires some advanced backend full stack stuff, where I'll be deploying the APIs to Cloudflare workers, which will be available in the edge, so that is also faster. And then I'll be using Redis cache from Upstash, where I'll be caching the values that I have said here, and then for blazing fast outputs from our own customized API server, which I always advocate. And the last one would be this one, where I'll be finally making the video on background geolocations, right? So that is another one. So I'll be using Supabase for the Postgres stuff, where it is impeccable with the like what I would say, like the post, like the geolocation queries, right? For example, getting the distance between two particular coordinates, and then find all the coordinates within a particular radius and all those stuff. We'll be using a concept called isochrone, where we will be getting the ETA, which is estimated time of arrival of your order or a delivery for your MVP application, etc. So we'll be combining all this together and then making a small MVP app, so that you can also include that in your application. So if you like this video, do let me know in the comments.